fighting for the title against Manuel Newton. I'm really looking forward to this. It's an honour to represent England on such a great stage, fighting alongside my friends here. It's a really, really good opportunity. I can't wait till it's February 27th.
Michael? Yeah, it's going to be an exciting show. Just for me, even after I finish the fight or before I even go out the fight, I'm going to be like out there watching the rest of the guys because it's just an amazing lineup, I believe, and I think I can add to that as well. So definitely going to go out there with a bang.
There has definitely been some talk of Bellator bringing the brand to the UK. A few venues have been mentioned to us, and when me and Liam do get the belts, I'm sure that you will see Bellator in the UK not too long after.
Liam, you mentioned you're all quite good friends. Seeing how Linton did against Newton, what are your feelings now? Is there a lot that you could take away from that fight to add to your own game plan?
Yeah, there is. I mean, I watched that fight over and over and over again. That's his last fight, Linton's last fight. So it's great to see my friend and see the things that he was doing, and they were working for him. I can take a lot from that. And also the stuff that I do as well, and that Kimura, yeah, I remember that Kimura, man. I should have snapped his fucking arm.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I've taken a hell of a lot from his fight and from all of his other fights. So yeah, man, this fight is going to be electric. It's going to go off, man.
Liam, you've risen through the ranks quicker than a lot of other fighters managed to do, and with just 9 professional fights under your belt, are you confident that now is the right time in your career for a world title shot?
Yes, I believe it is. I've been fighting around for years, and now I wanted to fight the best people that I could fight and work my way up from the next one. So they've always got better each, the calibre of every fight has got better each time. So now I won the tournament, I did what I needed to do, and now the next step is the world title. I win that world title and then I'm a defender.
But you're riding a 4-fight win streak, and one of those wins is Bobby Lashley in 2012, quite a close decision. Do you feel like Bobby's going to come in there highly motivated, looking to claw one back?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you lose to someone, especially when the fight was so close, it was a very close fight. So he's definitely going to come in, and especially all the England US thing. Do you know what I mean? So it all adds to it. It's a big stage, like we said. So he's definitely going to come in hard and looking to kind of get that back. I mean, anyone would, but don't know.
Take anything in particular from his last fight? Was it a follow for Charlie?
Yeah, not really. He's just been kind of like every time. I'm the most serious test he's come up against has been me, and he lost that. And since then, he's just been kind of beating a few donuts, and then he's come up against me again. So I know with Bobby Lashley, there's no surprises. Well, I said that I might get surprised, but there shouldn't be too many surprises with him. He kind of is what he says on the tin. What did he say on the tin again? Can't remember what he said on the tin. Forget about the tin. No surprises. Forget about the tin. No comment.
Seeing some of your counterparts getting title shots, does that motivate you even more in this fight with Bobby to know that, especially he is quite highly regarded in America, knowing that a win over him could put you, 1 or 2 fights away from a shot at the belt?
Yeah, like someone asked me a question. There's been a lot of ups and downs in my career, a lot of ups and downs. Oh, sorry, I'm just having a flashback. That was horrible. So there's been lots of ups and downs, and sorry, what was the question? Seeing other people. Yeah, no, seeing other people getting title shot. Definitely. I'm going to start going on about ups and downs again. Ups and downs again. I'll tell you that, just take me out, guys. Take me out. No, but it is inspiring, seeing Liam and Paul get a shot. And Bellator coming to the UK, you know, it's going to happen. How is it not going to happen? Do you know what I mean? We're going to clean the board, and then, you know, hopefully I'll get a shot, and it'll be in the O2, and it'll be wonderful. I hope you come along and witness it.
Question for Linton. You know, Sergio's considered quite a fierce and brawler, a striker. You know, what's the game plan for you? Are you going to be happy to go and trade with him? We know, you know, you like to take it to the ground and get some submissions. You know, what kind of aspect are you looking at the fight from?
Well, the fight always starts standing, so obviously trade with him, but, you know, I finish my fights from the ground. You know, everyone knows that. You know, obviously he can train to try and stop me, but can he stop me from getting him down there and stop me from finishing him? But, you know, to be honest, the game plan, yeah, take him down and just beat him up. That's how I win fights, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. So.
You know, in your preparation, have you been quite wary knowing that he's got that one-punch knockout ability?
Everyone's got one-punch knockout. You know, I'm not really worried about what he's going to do. I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing. I'm training with some of the top boys over in Florida, out of Black Zillions. You know, so I ain't worried about what Sergio's got for me. He needs to worry what I'm going to do to him.
Question for Liam. Liam, obviously in 2014, the only thing on your mind would have been the tournament when it came to MMA. Moving forward now, does that change the way does it make an impact on the way you prepare for the fights moving forward? Now you're moving away from that tournament format. No,
I mean, as James says, it sucks getting beaten up on TV. So you don't want to get beaten up. You don't want to lose. I don't like losing. So every fight I go to train for, I treat it as a tournament final, or the first round of the tournament, I treat that as a tournament final. You know, this title fight is what it is. I'm training for a title fight. So there's nothing. There's no day that I'm not thinking about this belt. There's no minute of the day that I'm not thinking about the belt. Every time I drift off of my own little world, I'm dreaming about the belt, head kicking, punching, finishing on the ground, anything. It's always on my mind every minute of the day. So yeah, this is what I'm looking forward to, February 27th. Just stop the fight going on in there, and I can get on in here then, you know.
And a question for Linton. Obviously, the toughest thing for a fighter to do is to rebuild and revitalise yourself after a loss. Specifically, have you changed anything up in your training to ensure you get back on the winning track?
You know, I just train as I always train, but maybe just add a little bit more fitness in, a bit more strength conditioning. But usually just train the same. The major thing I did do is just sort of not change camps, but go and train over in the States. So that's something I always wanted to do. And I think this loss definitely gave me the push to do that. So that's the main thing I've done, is just gone over there to Florida and started training with some of the other boys over there.
And another one for you. Obviously, it might be sort of the elephant in the room, because this is being billed as, you know, the UK team and everything like that. But you fought for the title last time. Obviously, Liam's fighting for the title this time. You went to a very well, it wasn't a close decision, but you went into the championship rounds, and you came very close to beating the champ. Obviously, you know, you two are now sort of pals and friends. How do you view potentially that match in the future? Because obviously that's what you're aiming for, the belt, and that's what Liam wants as well.
Yeah, we've been asked this question a few times, obviously, like what happened. But we said, well, when it comes to that, then obviously we'll deal with it. You know, we both in the same weight categories, both got our careers going for that title. So obviously when it comes to it, then obviously we'll have to fight. But, you know, I'll take one step at a time. Sokaju's next, and then whoever we've got next, obviously take that person out as well. So, you know.
James, you've been fighting in the cage now for well over a decade. How much more are you looking to get out of your MMA career? Are you setting any limits?
That's a good question. No, it's like Liam said, you know, it's very easy to overthink. At the moment, I ain't got too much to think about. And when I say that, I mean physically, I'm fine. It's just mentally. No, it's just mental. I mean, I'm fine mentally. This is going terrible.
Oh, smashing the table.
I'm going to tell you. We're turning over and I'm grounded. No, yeah. So, yeah, no, I'm mentally fine, sir. No, I said that. No, it's. I'm not very good at these things at all. Yeah, physically I'm fine. Mentally, it's how much you want to keep doing it, and how much you know, like you said, what's going to make it's a big deal going in there and fighting in front of people. There's a lot of pressure, and it does get easier, or you get used to how hard it is as you kind of do it more and more. I've made a lot of mistakes in my career, and now I'm at a point where I think I haven't shown my best for various different reasons, all which come down to myself as well. So what I want to do is show. Obviously, you know, people put me in for the freak show fights, and you know, I'm a very big guy who got to a very high level without having that much actual skill, and it's been very tough learning in the spotlight. So I'm in a position now where I just want to show that, you know, I have learnt a bit, and I'm not just a big scary freak show fighter, and that, as well as a really good kisser.
Okay guys, that wraps it up.